All right, we got a lot of work to do here with this dilation problem that I have. So we're first going to look at the diagram, which there's the diagram right there. So I just kind of labeled all the points for A, B, C, and D. So that helps us with our problem. And then we're going to look at some pieces of information that are super duper important to us. Number one, we do have a center of dilation, which is at the origin. Now, if you've seen any of the other videos, really what you do is you line up all of the original values, A, B, C, and D. And when you set them up with the new document or the new image that we have, they all intersect at the origin, which is right here. So keep this in mind. Obviously, without having the drawing done first, you don't really know that, exactly where the new one is going to show up. But that important information actually is what's going to help you to do the rule that you can do with these coordinates in setting up where the new object is. So we know that the origin is the center of dilation, which means I can use the scale factor, which in this case is 1/2. They're giving that to us. I can take the numbers that I originally started with, which is why I put them on here, and I can take each of those numbers and multiply them by -1/2 to figure out where that new image is going to be. So all I would have to do is take -6, multiply it by a -1/2, then take the +6, also multiply it by a -1/2, and that is going to tell me what the value for A prime is, which, as you can see, is now going to be at 3, -3. So when you keep doing that, if you do B's values, -1/2 times 2, -2, is going to give me a +1, and then 6 times a -1/2 is going to give me -3, and that is where B prime is. So once you're done doing all the calculations of multiplying each of those numbers by the -1/2, you have this green image right here. So this is the new image that we have. And then that, you can see, obviously, the center of dilation works with that, and you can see that it is the origin where all of the 4 different points kind of intersect with each other. And then our mapping rule, all of our coordinates that we originally started with are x, y, and our mapping rule is that we would take each of the x and y coordinates and multiply them by -1/2. So that's why that says -1/2 x, -1/2 y. Then our final piece is our description. So we see that quadrilateral ABCD is dilated by a -1/2 with a center of dilation at the origin. And that is how we would do a dilation problem given some pieces of information and a pre-image. And if you want more questions like these, you can find them on my YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok at YouWantAlgebra. These are all located in the transformation section.